Hi all, in the previous video we studied about product life cycle and its responding promotional strategies. In this video we will learn about advertising and how to evaluate its effectiveness. Let's understand what is advertising. Advertising is a paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods or services by an identified sponsor. Advertising may be defined as unique, customized, innovative tool to inform, educate, and promote an idea, product, or service. Advertisers may be business firms, government agencies, museums, and charitable organizations that direct messages to targeted customers. Now let us switch to the aims of advertising. There exist 5 aims of advertising in taking major decisions. First is mission, to identify the advertising objectives. Second is money, the expenditure to be incurred. Third is message, information to be conveyed. Fourth is media, advertising source to be used. Fifth is measurement, results to be evaluated. The next concept is advertising effectiveness. Advertising effectiveness pertains to how well a company's advertising accomplishes the intended objective. Small companies use many different statistics or matrices to measure their advertising effectiveness. Big firms find it possible to isolate the effects of advertising. Thus, good planning and control of advertising depends on measures of advertising effectiveness. Let us now also understand how to measure advertising effectiveness. Most measurements of advertising effectiveness deal with specific advertisements and campaigns. They deal with what to test, how to test, where to test, and when to test. In what to test, we check the source factors, message variables, media strategies, and budget decisions. In how to test, we test guidelines and appropriate tests. In what to test, we go for laboratory tests and field tests such as recall tests, inquiry tests, recognition tests. In when to test, we undertake pre-testing and post-testing. While evaluating advertising effectiveness, many advertisers try to measure the communication effect of an advertisement, which determines whether an advertisement is communicating effectively and its potential effect on consumer awareness, knowledge, or preference. Communication effect research can be done before an advertisement is put into media and after it is printed or broadcasted. Communication effects helps to answer questions such as what is the main message, what you think they want to know, what an ad makes you feel, what works well in an ad and what works poorly. How likely is it that the advertisement will influence you to take an implied action? In evaluating advertising effectiveness, advertisers look into sales effect as well. Advertising sales effect is much harder to measure than its communication effect. Sales are influenced by many factors such as products' features, its price, its availability, price of related goods, tastes and preferences of customers, their expectations, and many more. The more controllable these factors are, it is easier to measure effect on sales of products. Researchers have tried to measure sales impact through analyzing their historical and experimental data. The historical or experimental approach includes correlating past sales to past advertising expenditures by using advanced statistical techniques. Concluding the lecture, it can be said that advertising appears effective in increasing the volume of the product purchased by loyal buyers, but it is less effective in winning new buyers. advertising is equally important for customers, sellers, as well as society. And measuring advertising effectiveness acts as a safety measure, avoids failure, provides feedback for remedial measures, investments in advertising. With this, we come to the end of this lecture. Thank you.